Hello there and welcome back to This Bed We Made. Now last time we picked up with Sophie, our main character, doing her day-to-day routine of cleaning hotel rooms and got called to the lobby to do a quick little cleaning job. Found a roll of film. That kind of set us off on a chain of events and it led us to some developments. We're in the middle of the snoop. We're definitely doing the snoop. So basically that roll of film, we took it back to the 5th floor, the owner's room. When we got in there, because obviously we had to clean the place, and coincidentally it was our floor, we found a whole bunch of other films and a whole bunch of photos in the bathroom, which has been set up as a dark room for the purpose of developing photos. Found a whole load of photos of Sophie herself doing some snooping around into people's personal effects. I'm assuming probably there's quite a few actual maids in real hotels that do that. It probably happens. It's not supposed to happen, but it probably happens. Anyway, Sophie's a little bit of a snoop, which is fair enough. A little bit weird, but fair enough. So that then led to us breaking into his safe and having a bit of a snoop around the room to find out thingy, which then led us in a whole series of events. Turns out this guy, Mr. Spade, who isn't called Mr. Spade, I think it's somebody more, some Mr. Morgan, I think his actual name is. He seems to be following a couple that is also in the hotel. So we are now on that case. We're now snooping around that couple because we're wondering why they're being followed. I think where we left it off is we found a secret message, decoded it, and turns out there's notes are left in the vent by the room. We found the vent, can't get into the vent because we need a screwdriver, which is where I left it. Turns out I've been a really bad cleaner as well. Obviously when we get back in, I have a list of rooms to clean. One of them is a one from a party, which I think we're going to do that one when we first get in, hoping that the screwdriver's in there or because something we can use as a screwdriver. Ultimately we need a screwdriver to progress the story. However, so that's what we're going to be doing this time, hopefully finding it reasonably quick. So join me on the snoop. Grab your fidgeting snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, come hang out with me as we jump straight back into this bed we made. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. Hi. So yes, this is the vent that we are talking about. Nothing in the janitor's closet because we went in here looking for it. It's not in the toolbox, which tells me it must be elsewhere unless someone else has taken it. We're also missing something. I just realized we're missing something from there.
Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse
box. And we can't open the fuse box. I'm assuming that's going to come into play at some later date. I'm just turning this up on here because that's quite low in my headset. And I'm probably going to regret that. Right, so we need to find a screwdriver. I don't know whether it's upstairs on this floor or if it's going to be downstairs maybe. However, we actually have a list. 5 or 7's out of order. We need to do 5 or 6. I don't actually know if these are being actually crossed off. If I don't just cross off when we've actually done them. So we need to do 5 or 5 partial. 5 or 6 complete. We're going to do 5 or 6 now because it's big. It's a big mess and we may end up having a screwdriver in here. Let's just
Another fan of the gossiper. I never did finish that article from this morning. That feels like so long ago now.
Probably is. I think we're not good. We're just going to keep that. Okay. Did he really just scold us for talking? These Montreal cab drivers, I swear. I know, I thought he'd appreciate us trying to make conversation. Thank God for old-fashioned pen and paper, at least. Yeah, it takes me back. At least Sister Gabriel... Oh, there's this a note, passing notes in the back of a cab. Like at school. Yeah, it takes me back. At least Sister Gabriel isn't here to confiscate them anymore. So like I was saying, are you ready for your week-long bridal shower, Mrs. Hubert? Stop it, Simone. I'm not Mrs. until we walk down the aisle, and this week is for thinking about anything but that. That's right. We're making the most of this week before I lose you at the doors of married life. I would never. I won't be another Andrea, I promise. Leanne. She's going to kick us out if you keep making me laugh. The Montreal Tourism Association, 1957 to 1958. Oh, that's a bit at the bottom. That is quite funny. So they're having themselves a good time. Actually, I don't know why I'm snooping. Should we actually be snooping in here? And get rid of that. We're doing a full clean, aren't we? They've had themselves a very good time in here. And a wet floor sign.
Not exactly a cherished gift. If you just left it behind like this.
I'm not going out with the house. Okay, number dear off from the husband, well, fiance, sorry, not husband yet. Much as I would love to spend the Valentine's Day with a woman who's about to become Mrs. Hubert, I'll happily make do with the lifetime of Valentine's Days awaiting us. Enjoy your week in Montreal. I'll be eagerly waiting your return and the start of a new life together. Love, Gregory. P.S. Don't let Simone rope you into anything crazy. Tell her I need my brown back in one piece. Do I throw it? Are they actually have they left? Are they actually... I'm just going to throw it away because they've left.
All that's missing are the pillows.
I think they've actually checked out. Just take all of them down. Can we... Oh, we're doing a full-on clean here. Balloon. Turn that off. Thank you. We should probably move that. Pick up all the pillows. Place them there. What are you? Valentine's ball. Nothing mysterious on that. Throw it away. Because I do think they've checked out, so they're not coming back. I might get rid of the magazine as well, because they're probably not coming back. I'm just going to hope that they are actually left. It would be bad if I'd gotten rid of the stuff. Someone left a shoe?
What's behind this?
That's some weirdness. That's shoe in red paint. Oh, okay. That's where I store all my wine bottles. Sorry for the mess. Start with the bathroom. Ooh, hold on. Swipe. Swipe. No towels. Toilet's alright. Are we clean the toilet? Already done. Well, it definitely looks like they had a really good time. I can't blame them for that. Right, are we actually done in here? Are we presentable? I don't like the fact that the TV's like there, but however. Open. Won't let me open the vent. Screwdriver. Right, are we done in here? We've got the... Take the rubbish out. I was going to say trash. Is there anything on the other side? No. Right. So, bathroom's clear. Beds are made. Rubbish is all taken out. We're all nice and fancy in here. Right. So, that is now fully done. Is that crossed off the list? It is not. Okay. So.
Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
Oh, okay, so we're actually going downstairs. Alright. She wasn't saying that before. So, let us go and get a screwdriver. I love the transitions in this game, like, they're really cool. Oh, hello. What are you doing up here? Mr. Bossman?
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh.
Did he get on the same floor as me, or did she already push the button to go down and he should get up a different floor?
You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother.
My mother.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
He's got a very weaselly face.
Here, anyway.
I don't like his face. No, I need a screwdriver.
No. I'm just getting a screwdriver.
A screwdriver?
Be honest.
What for?
I don't know whether...
Loose vent.
Well, that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it?
Yes. You're right.
Then leave the repairs to him.
Okay. I will.
I don't know whether they did right there about telling the truth. I mean, be honest.
Well, don't you look mischievous?
Hi.
Hey, Bean. If you're planning to...
I like Beth. Just for I do like Beth. She's very funny.
I'm looking for a screwdriver for the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Oh, I see.
Eugene?
What the hell?
Where's
Go
Eugene?
and take a look. I'll stand guard by the elevator and make some noise if I see Bernard coming.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
Okay, so we're deep in it. We're deep in it now. Because Eugene's meant to be in here fixing the window, but obviously he's nowhere to be found. Inspect that.
Posing something that could help so many people just because it's close to your hotel? This is ridiculous. So, I take it the open window was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
I don't know what that says. I don't know what that last bit says. Enjoy the cold. Actually. Okay, enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted ball sack? Bee sack? Oh no, I get it. Hold on. I'm trying to read cursive. I got it now. Enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. That... The gap between the first and the second letter of that threw me off. And the note reads, Dear Mr. Weston, I would like to thank you again for agreeing to this partnership between the Clarington Hotel and Weston's department store. Thanks to your generous help, renovations are well underway and the hotel has never looked better. You should come visit soon when your busy schedule allows it, of course. On another note, it has come to my attention that you have formed a group of local businessmen to oppose the construction of the new mental hospital. After working so hard to elevate the Clarington standards, I cannot allow a band of cuckoos to move in my backyard. That's incredibly harsh. I don't agree with that at all. Should you accept It will be an honor and a privilege to join your fight. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc. Handwritten by Eugene. Enjoy the cold, you cold hearted prick. So that's why it hasn't been cleaned up. Also, cannot take the screwdriver? Or is that not a screwdriver? Should I? Oh, there we go.
Aha! Let's get you to that vent.
You know what? I'm just going to leave that exactly how I found it. I think we're done in here.
No, it's not.
I came by here not too long ago, and Andrew was already covering for you.
Sneak.
That's because
Do the sneak
I was
sneak.
in the ladies' room.
That's no excuse to...
It's my time of the month.
Yeah, that's a good excuse.
You're married, aren't you?
It's a good
So
excuse.
you know how it
Most
is.
people, most
I have
blokes
to go
would
to
actually
the
shut up,
office
just stop, you know,
Oh, sometimes I
just
sleep
agree
on
with it.
furniture and don't get me started on all the...
That's enough details. Miss Belivet, what were you doing in my office?
I wasn't in your office.
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Huh. Must have been Eugene.
Possibly, yes. I'm going to lie on that one. Ain't no way I'm telling the truth after he told us to not do... After he told the truth the first time.
Mr. Drake has asked to see you.
Again? God, he just can't get enough of me, can he?
Just indulge him. Apologize one more time for Friday's mishap. Do whatever needs to be done. We cannot afford to lose such loyal guests.
Okay, fine.
Alright. See, I'm not going to lie the second time. I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell the truth the second time. After I said I was looking for a screwdriver and then was told to leave it.
That was a close one.
Yeah,
That was very close.
I had a few cold sweats. But at least I found what I was looking for.
Good. Well, if you need me, I'll be attending to the whims and worries of our entitled client... guests. Don't be a stranger.
Definitely won't. I definitely will not be a stranger. Right, so we are... Oh, that's free. That's probably why he came out of the... That's why it was such a short call, because he didn't have to go all the way around, because the lobby's been cleared. Smooth. Right. Back up to the 5th floor. Let's get in this vent and get some snooping on the go. I need to remember we need to get our key back because we left it in the break room. The break room's locked. Right, so we need to head all the way down here. We need to go back to thing. I think I've done all the rooms. I've done 505 partial. I've done 6. Don't need to touch 7. 8 is complete and 9 is partial. Have I done 9?
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now. But that's where Bernard and Linda were. Ew.
Oh wait, we have been in here. We've done this. Alright, we're going to leave this now. Is that on my list? 508. Apparently complete. Okay, I'm going to have a look. Sure, have a look at 508. Oh god. Right, I'm just going to close that door and I'm going to go into this vent right now. Oh, I was going to say we're not doing the top. Another note to do. Because you're going to ignore 508. We'll have to do 508. It says it's complete and they're going to put it on me anyway. Right. So we are... 3, which is E. And next one along, that is the ampersand or backslash, which is N. See if we can decipher this one. Well, obviously we don't have all of the letters. It's really weird. I'm going like right to select a letter and it's going randomly. See, it does that E's which we've already done. Then it goes to the second E that's already done. To the N. Then to the E's. It doesn't like go along from top to bottom. It's really weird. So 0 or O was 5. No, hold on. I'm making a mistake. We don't have that one. That one is T. To put on the ones that were in and we can probably work it out. T. So that one, the line is M. Go on, please. There we go. So that's M. Meet. Meet me tonight. So I. That's all. Meet me tonight in my room. That's H. Do we have that one? L. That really threw me off there because that's a lowercase. I didn't expect that to be capitalized in there. I'm trying to actually read this before I finish it. It's definitely meet me tonight in my room. Ooh, back. No. Seriously, the thing, well, that has to be a W. It's got to be will. Yeah, it's obviously will. I'm trying not to look at the sheet. I mean, I probably should. It's probably going to be really easy. Michelle will be sleeping. Okay, so that's definitely why. Meet me in my room. Meet me tonight in my room. Michelle will be sleeping. Or Michael? Is it? No, it's got to be Michael. Yep, Michael. A. Okay, I really don't understand this. There's got to be that's D. Need. Maybe tonight in my room, Michael will be sleeping. So S. Okay, I got it. I just need to finish it off. Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan. P. I'm literally just tapping right.
Meet me tonight in my
There we go.
room. Michael will be sleeping.
Deciphered it.
We need to discuss our plan.
What plan? We still need to clean the other room as well.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hi, Beth.
It's me.
Oh, hello, Bean. Anything new to report?
I found another secret message.
Another message written in secret code.
What does it say?
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Michael? Who's that? Another husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
True, do.
Let me check the logbook.
Any goodness? Are they on this floor?
There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Of course he's on this floor.
Grandma's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
Could Marcella?
Yes?
No, never mind. So, what's next?
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
Well,
Well, I could call the room to make sure no one's there.
Good idea.
Hang on.
we're doing the major. We're doing all the rooms we've been in so far have been actually like empty and vacated and on my list. This is the first one that we have that isn't actually on the list.
You've got the all clear, Bean. Head on over.
Thanks,
Don't
Beth.
tell me. We're gonna
I'll call you
do
back.
room 8 first though, because I'm hoping that they're not. Then we're gonna get in trouble for not doing it. Right, so I'm gonna quickly blast in here. Take that out. Take that out. That's horrendous. Why did they leave that? I'm really actually hoping that this isn't. It says it's complete. So there shouldn't be anything in here. Just disgusting. Linda, my wife, will be at her parents tonight, so come by. I will insist on trying to read this right. My wife will be at her parents tonight, so come by my house at 8 p.m. Make sure you bring the new lingerie I bought you, B. Or would that be the lingerie that I've taken? But I'm sorry. I'm just going to clean this room entirely. Wendy, do you think I don't see the way you talk to guests, the way you smile at them and call them sweetie while you fill their coffee cups, the way you laugh at their jokes and bat your eyes like a stupid teenage girl? I'm not sure if you're doing it for the tip or to get the Employee of the Month award, but either way this is unacceptable, and I won't even mention the way you wear a uniform. This is a respected hotel, not a pleasure house. Very rich coming from her. Although I've always had a problem with your behaviour, I tolerate it as long as the guests were happy. But now that you're getting engaged, I can no longer remain silent about it. What would Jack say if he saw you? I'm sure you would be as ashamed as I am. Maybe you got Bernard fooled like every other man, but if you don't change your behaviour, I'll find a way to convince him to fire you. This is your only warning, Linda. Crossed out. Bitch. Alright. Get rid of it. Oh, a lovely box of tissues. I just love that. That's just brilliant. Let's make the bed. To clean up after your boss. Like, for real. Say no to divorce. These weren't supposed to be in here, were they? Bathroom's clear. I think we've done a good job on that. Nice and quick. Right. So we're going 507. Which is next door. Personally, I would flip the sign and leave it on the door just in case they come back and I'm in the middle of cleaning it and it said, oh, you know, the sign said it. Right, we aren't cleaning this room. It was told not to do, like a do not disturb. So we're having a snoop. We need to remember where everything is. And we're not going to clean anything.
Right, threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
Well, I am not reading that. I can't read that. That's in French. I will read the translation instead. I just met with your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? Worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. That is mean as all hell.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Alright, properly burned out. Is that a candle or a cigarette? And wedding rings as well. Right, toys in there. We're not going to clean that up. Match. Alright, close the door. Thank you. We are...
Cruise, huh?
Ooh. That's... I've forgotten her name. Where? Well, characters. Alright, guess, sorry. Marcella. That's Marcella's husband is in real estate. That's curious. Alright, another note. The winds and the leaves that day made sound that sounded like. A sound that sounded like? Really, Anne? The winds and leaves that day made the tree whistle a soft melody that came to my ear. I remember every part of this day, for it was the day we met. Jesus, this is bad. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound of the leaves blowing in the wind, like a melody of my ear on this summer day where I met you. I was looking for my cat when I heard the sound. That's epic poetry. To be fair, though, give her credit, she's at least attempting poetry. She's at the very least attempting it.
Eyes. What does it mean? And who is this from?
Okay, that's interesting. To all reception staff. So that's... You don't need to know my name, but you've seen me. I recognise that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss out of this. You keep your wits about you and I'll do the same. Interesting.
Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
I'm glad I clicked that because that's in French. Thank you so much for take care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left. Sincerely, A. So that is tip.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate the company.
That's very cute. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not supposed to be... I caught myself. I'm not supposed to be in here. So if she comes back for the rest of the stuff, because they're not moved out, she'll know that I've been in. I'm really glad I caught that. I'm really glad. Right. So what else do we have? We have an empty picture frame. Is that possibly the picture that's in the bathroom? The picture in that frame? Because obviously these are personal pictures, which is another weird thing to me. Right. To Anne Bursey, subject Michael's withdrawal from school. Dear Mrs. Bursey, we have successfully processed your request to withdraw your son Michael Bursey from his school's schedule and system under the agreement that you will continue his education from home. Nice. Following this letter, you will receive the list of books and school materials you need to purchase in order to follow the curriculum from home. A social worker will be in touch to help you understand our milestones, that your son can benefit from our programs from the comfort of his home. Thank you for thinking of your son's education. Donald Biron, Director. So that's basically that they can disappear, basically.
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Dear Anne, you were right. I miss the snow already. It's so hot right now in Texas, it's quite a shock after the cool weather of Montreal. My family's never seen snow before, and I could not find the words to tell them how beautiful it is. They don't understand what they're missing. I wish I could build my brothers like a snowman. Sorry, I don't know why I misread that entirely. I wish I could build my brothers a snowman, not like a snowman, like the one we built together a few weeks ago. I know it's challenged, but I had not had that much fun in years. Christmas was exhausting. 9 days of eating, singing, dancing. It's great fun, but I'm glad it's over so I can rest a little. Of course, celebrations will resume for New Year, but it gives me a few days to relax. How are things going with your family? I know you don't get along well, but I hope you're still able to have a good time. I will leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss our late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes. If you can believe it. I'll see you soon, warm wishes. And that is completely gone. What's that on the plate?
Keys are Snoop's best friend.
They are. Pick that up. We need to remember to put it back. We can put it back, can't we? Yes, we can. So that's for...
So a husband can abuse his...
the other lock, isn't it?
Get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Diane, I've met with Lewis and he has asked me to give you the enclosed letter. I think you should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds for divorce in Quebec. That is messed up. It is a product of its time. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure it's changed these days. I understand that you are hurt and do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. Do not forget being caught at 11 AM on the 20th. Beyond time, also a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid before the end of this month. I'm happy to help you out, but I can't work pro bono on this. Yours sincerely, Howard.
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Yes, actually. Hold on. They must be friends. It was in Mars's room, wasn't it? What room were they in? I can't remember the room that they were in. Not 505. That must be what it meant. Nope, not that one. It's the other end of the hall. So Mars and A, I've forgotten her name, A. Must be old childhood friends. And they recognized each other in the...
Locked. It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
I don't know if we're actually... Can we... Hold on. Can we actually do that right now? Are we missing a clue? There was a thing, I've seen it, I can't remember what, I'm just going to go in all the rooms. Thought it was on the bed. Oh no, that's his room, that's Morgan's room. I've bloody seen it as well. I'm now mad at myself. There was one with a key. There's a bloody key in here somewhere.
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room...
Yeah, thanks for the clue.
5?
Also, why am I holding on? I've just realised, why am I holding on to... I'm holding on to 2 cups. I picked 2 cups up. So it's 505. Wasn't in there, was it? No.
Think, Sophie. Where have you seen a key like that one before?
Oh, wait.
In a safe?
Oh, wait, there it is. Alright.
There you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Are we doing a copy?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hi, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Oh, really?
Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot.
And that word was?
Guess what it is?
Cowabunga. Fair. I'm going to say it fair. I really want to say cowabunga. We're saying cowabunga.
Cowabunga?
What? Why would Mr. Cruz and Mr. Morgan use the word cowabunga while arguing?
I was just kidding.
Oh, right. Well, the correct answer, Miss Roy, is affair.
Affair? Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife.
I think I may understand what's going on.
Cruz to fall for
I have a
like
theory.
Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont
I think I understand what's going on here.
keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
Answers probably lie in the
The
chest.
answers probably lie in that chest, and I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
It was around her neck.
Yeah.
It was kind of attached to her.
We're so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea.
Really?
Give me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later.
We're gonna make a
Just
key.
find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Alright, so we're going for it.
I wouldn't let you down.
Okay. So we need to definitely shut. We definitely need to shut that. Close the door. We need to go back to 507. And we need to... Where do we pick up? Oh, we didn't pick them up from here. Okay.
I shouldn't put it back yet. I might still need this.
Okay, so we're keeping hold of the key. I want to get rid of these cups. I can't remember where I picked the cups up from now. Right. Oh wait, what one was that? 5. I'm focusing on these cups for no real reason. Hold on, wait. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We need to find some items.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
There's some down here. Also, do we want to... Can we solve this puzzle as well?
Locked. It looks like the
Okay, so we
code is
can't
made
guess.
up of 4 letters.
Yeah, right. So we can't, like, brute force that. We can't guess it. So we must not be able to open it right now. Must be led somewhere. Alright, so plaster. There we go.
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Yes, actually, I remember mentioning why do you keep candles in your locker? Right, so I guess we're going downstairs. We're going to be fixing ourselves a key, a fake key. I'm going to have to turn it without smashing it in the lock, which is hopefully not going to be hard. I'm just itching my back, sorry. Right, so Linda... Oh, sorry, not Linda, Rebecca. Anthony, Jacques. Not down there. Where would Rebecca's thingy be? Break room's open. Can I get my key? Snoop.
What? What happened?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Please, just tell me.
It's Linda. She wrote them up on her own door with my lipstick so I would get the blame.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Shit. Are they coming? Are they coming out? Oh my god.
I believe you. It's too late now.
Right, so we have the kiddies table. Right, where's my key gone? I left my key in here, didn't I? What are you? To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperwares back. Simon? Susan. I mean, I don't understand how anyone can steal someone else's lunch and think that's okay. Like, why is that even a thing? I mean, I did see a video once of a guy who's been having his lunch stolen, his sandwich stolen, and he put a condom in it. In this, like, in the sandwich, and obviously the look of disgust on the person who stole its face. Ooh, hold on. More lockers. I was wondering where the rest of the lockers were. Rebecca. That's who we want. Candles. Rebecca. The VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if it was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? Can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself, Bobby. We're just being nebby.
I do have a stash of candles, but where is it?
Rebecca, the kitchen's out of power again. I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never want to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent. Please. Right, so they're not in a locker. So she's got them hidden somewhere. Excuse me.
To be tossed aside
Half a picture.
by your best friend like that? Oh, Wendy, that's a special brand of heartbreak.
Damn, that is freaking rough. Who the heck has governess written on the door? Excuse me.
Linda, you're not even trying to hide the daggers in your eyes.
Linda's not very... I don't think Linda's a very nice person. I'm just getting that vibe. Laundry room.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
Okay. So are they now going to suddenly be on the table? Because they are not here. Okay. Have you heard there's a famous movie director staying in 602? Yeah, I was there when you checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was almost licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs in the hotel. Is he shooting a picture in Montreal? I've heard there's a scout. He's here on a scout, but I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he's making a picture on Boy Scouts. Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? James Dean is dead? Famously, yes, he is very much dead. Also, where are my keys?
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Oh, where are we going? Kitchen? Can't get in there. Yeah, so my keys aren't in the break room anymore, which means someone else has my keys. Also, where the heck was the kitchen again? Down here? Maintenance.
It's locked.
I remember there being a kitchen in here, because I remember attempting to enter it and having trouble. Laundry room, break room. Am I going crazy here? I think I might be going mad. Or am I just completely missing? Because I tried to get in the kitchen, he said it wasn't good, it wasn't golden for it. It wasn't a good idea.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
But they're not though. And therein lies the problem. Because they aren't on the table. And I left them on the table.
Bobby has some of Rebecca's candles. Maybe he kept them in his
Oh, wait.
locker.
Alright. I'll just use a clue there. They're not even in the... Alright. I'm looking for the kitchen, and the kitchen's obviously not here. That's right. So we're looking for Bobby. Bobby?
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Oh, okay. So she's hid them in the laundry room. And we need the keys. Okay.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
Is it going to be one of these? We need to trigger that to trigger the keys to appear? Because that would be interesting. Still no keys. Can I use the phone? No, I can't. So I can't ring for help.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Very true. So where the heck are the keys? Spoon. I'm still holding 2 cups. Am I going to use yet another clue?
Have I checked the break room? I think I left my keys there during my break.
You did, but they're not on the table. Oh, never mind. That'll be that key right there.
Gotta hold on to these tight.
Were they there before? Were they actually there before and I just completely missed them? Or am I on the right lines where things don't appear until you actually need them? Right, so laundry room. And those are the 2 machines, and it was through there, that door, and on the... We're just being a snoop.
Oh, is this a movie script?
It definitely looks like. See if James Stewart is available. I like that. Needs more murders. Add killer tornado. Change title. Not catchy enough. In a northwesterly direction. That's kind of cool. So she sent it somewhere and got some feedback, possibly. Paper note with funny drawing, red lipstick, $2.15 loose change, business card, peppermint times 5, cigarette pack, old port, silver ring. Oh wait, is this stuff that's been found in pockets? And it's the cross off stuff that's been returned or gotten rid of. Movie script, 20 cents in loose change, cigarette pack, red lion, paper note with numbers, black paper note with numbers. Black pen times 2, $1.35 in loose change. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that could be interesting. Hold on. Cracking out pen and paper. 214. Is it 2? Alright. It's going to be something 214. I'm assuming blank. I'm assuming 4. There's enough room in there for 4. Although that code up the top, the lock that we've got is letters, isn't it? Interesting. So that stuff basically found in people's pockets. Why can't I get in that door? That's a proper press. Hold on. Should we go back and look at the map? Note.
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
Note for okay, so he must be a really bit of a pain. I confess I'm about to commit murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The VIP guest in 602 is a goddamn psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. Thank you very much for sharing. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal. That's why you never be mean to staff that or people that control your food or that touch your food. Not worth it. Not worth that risk. And some things are worse than spit. I'm just saying. But before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from our kitchen ever again. Without the shadow of doubt, this is the worst establishment I have ever visited, he said with a pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be clean, can you be a good friend and stitch all of his pockets? Any other form of sabotage would do, too. I know you're creative, but just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion, Bobby. Never mess with people in the service industry. Right, so we're looking Bobby's locker. We're looking at this map because I'm sure it said it was in that room, unless I'm mistaken. Yes, I am. All right, it's the last cupboard. Okay, I thought that little side area where the X is was in the room. It's not, because this is the little side area that should marked on the map. So it's this cupboard. That's a lot of candles.
Stash uncovered. Reb, you got a candle. Now, what next?
To the lobby. We're going... Oh, wait, we're going to the basement. Just gonna... Beth's gonna meet us here. There she is. Hi!
There you are.
I was grabbing a
I
candle.
understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking
Smart.
of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey,
Well, it's worth a try.
until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
So we're making a wax mold.
To start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Okay.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
Yeah, of course I've
Now, time
made
to put
fake
the key
keys
in
before.
wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
This actually does work. You gotta be
Alright.
careful with what you make it out
For
of.
it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Very true.
Creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Like drawing?
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that.
Shame.
What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
Sounds good. Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah, alright.
promise not to laugh.
What? I never, ever do that. I know I make fun of pretty much everything, but not people's art. That's their soul.
That's actually very
I'm
true.
Sure, it's beautiful.
Art is very subjective.
What do you like to
and
draw anyway?
there's always a lot of meaning behind art. You kind of pour
I started
yourself
working on
into
this
it.
little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And
I can understand that.
Envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well,
I mean, celebrities, you think, oh, drama, excitement, and they're just normal people. They just have more expenses. There's rich people, basically.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad.
Except, sorry, I'm going to cut in here. Except Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, I believe, is a stand-up gentleman. I have all the time in the world for him. I really like him as a person. He's acting, for the most part, I've enjoyed. As a person, he is one of the best. And of course we're going to be flirting here. Maybe we can still find a way.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
Absolutely, we're having a date.
What I can do.
We're dating on it.
Hey,
Are we good?
look, I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
That's very true.
I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
So, did I take it? Clean up. May as well clean up after ourselves. Right, so we have the keys now. Well, the A key and fake key. Can I put the... Where did I get... Hold on, where did I get the thing from? Can I put the master key back now? That'll be a no. Alright. Because now we have our keys back. We don't need her key. We don't need the master key. Oh, sorry. You know, when you realise you started a comment earlier on and then completely forgot about it. I said I had a theory. I think, right, real quick, yeah. I think that I've forgotten the act. I've forgotten the.
I've got 2 keys now.
Okay, sorry. I need to remember names. Right. So I think Anne Beaumont and Marcella Cruz knew each other when they were kids. They were family friends. That's where the note comes in with the "I saw you in the lobby. Let's play it by ear." Kind of thing, like, don't acknowledge, you know. So I think they're childhood friends. And Paul Morgan is investigating Marcella, I think, more than Hector. Maybe at the behest of Hector, because maybe Anne and Marcella are having an affair. Because affair was mentioned. Anne is escaping her abusive husband with their son in tow. It sounds logical. Secret messages in the lobby and in the vents and stuff. That kind of makes sense. I'm wondering. I'm just generally curious here. It's a very loose theory. And 509, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. 507. Yeah, 507. Was that squeak? Was that me squeaking on the floor? It was. That's really funny. Right.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Wait, which way am I moving it?
Oh, shoot.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we have problems. I need to remove that key from the thing. I think it's out enough.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Very true. Right, we're gonna go full on here. In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. Hope you like it, and since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. This is the code. This is the code. This is the passcode for the box in her room. Alright, so they do know each other. And I've just hit the mouse button there. Right. Unlike from a favourite bar, this one was black. I don't even know what I'm writing down here. Right, so from the first one. Take the first 2. Second, take the last 2. And that gives us a 4-letter word. So we need to work out, unlike the favourite bar, this one was black. And her alliterative name will surely take you back.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Oh, I'm just going back in. Hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. M.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
I'll definitely think they were maybe in a relationship. Postman always rings twice. It's playing at Low's Theatre tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it, seeing as you like crime stories and murder so much. Nothing creepy about that. Will you come with me? That's cute. Wait, that's the code. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. So they were in a relationship when they were kids, when they were, kids, younger. Back in a time when that was not allowed. Dear Anne, I've just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track, that takes me back. Day? Doris Day? Hold on. Counting every mile of railroad track, that takes me back. Takes me back, Doris Day. No, it's 1 R. Or is it the Sentimental Journey? I'm going to assume Doris Day. Makes more sense. Last time I was in Texas, I felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden, that smell of your shampoo, or even when people say the word darling, and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent, Darlene. My family seems to have noticed my odd behaviour, but of course I can't tell them about you, even though... Oh, there isn't back. I was going to say, even though I wish I could, I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you is nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realise you never existed. Or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and a taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. And that's them. So they were when they were younger. Alright, so there was an affair. Was between Anne and Cruz. Marcella? I was going to say Marcella. Not Marcella, is it? Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe vite. I butchered that, I'm sure of it. It was I tried to do the accent. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months I've had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. That's pretty damn unfortunate.
It's stuck.
Right, put letters back. Close. And okay, so are we just gonna leave that as it is? Right. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. So, alliterative name is Doris Day. Last two. So is it I-S? Or is it A-Y? And then, unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. Are those in the... I wonder if that first one, is that in the... elsewhere in the room, or is it on the... mentioned in the lists, in the letters? Unless, unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. So I'm just writing this down. So I don't remember, so I don't have to remember it. So I'm having a scan through here for bar. Los there. Okay, so nothing mentioned about a bar in there. Put them back in. I can't believe I messed that up. With the key. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. Right, so we need to find something out about a bar. What does it mean about a bar? Also, wait, hold on. Was that letter... Who was that from? Who sent it?
Damn it. It's stuck.
Can I even get it out?
It's stuck.
That's really annoying. Sorry. I was just messing with the controls way too much. I was trying to rotate it slowly and then I didn't realize I had to spin it. Right. So yours is worn down. So, okay, so Mars. So this is Anne's. So Anne is the one who wrote the letter. So she... So she's the one who's the clues are about. Ooh, I hit the wrong one. Close that, please. Okay. Why is that significant? Mount Royal College, Montreal. (1947). Why? Hold on, can I look at the empty one? Right, so there's nothing in the empty one. Letter from Michael to Dad. I'm sorry, but Mum asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about our room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, even a television. Mum let me build a fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel is nice too, but I miss home. I wish Mum would and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mum says it's impossible. She said she no longer loves you. Do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? That's super unfortunate for a kid. Double-ended pencil. Yellow and thingy one. Hold on. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. Hope you're well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact that I cannot wait to see you again. We're scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me. Yeah, Miss Beaumont. Clarington Hotel, 1178 Drummond Street, Montreal. Weird to have a postcard right there. Okay, I'm wondering what this bar one is. Small bar. Unlike my favourite bar. Unlike my favourite bar, this one was black. And that's just confused me to no end. Can I put this key back? No, I can't. Can I? Hold on. Is it just me not aiming correctly? No. Okay, I'm not getting something here.
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
We have a fresh pair of eyes. Does that mean phone call? So I think I've got the first one. Doris Day.
Clarington Hotel reception desk.
Hi Beth, I need your help.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always, Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but...
Well, I did snap it in the lock.
Yeah, well,
Well,
he did break inside the lock. I hope this won't lead back to us.
If it does, we can always flee the country together. I hear Mykonos is quite nice this time of the year.
Actually, apparently it is, yes.
So,
I don't know. I don't think Mykonos is in Greece. Is it Greece?
A riddle.
a riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Yes, we do need some help.
God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
I'm kind of wondering.
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
Okay, how?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat.
So it'll be black cat. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black, so black cat. Right. I think I get
I
it.
think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Is there anything else?
I may as well ask about the other one as well.
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now?
Name?
Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
It's very just blunt about it.
It's
Hey Andrew, you're a nerd.
words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. But
not sure
that could mean a lot of things. I'm not sure where to look.
I don't know where to look.
Yeah, me neither.
Tell her to look for a name and surname that both start with the same letter. Maybe it's someone famous, like a writer or a singer.
Doris Day.
You got that?
Yes. Thank him for me.
Will do. Anything else I can help you with?
No.
No, that's all.
That's all. Thank you.
I might ring back again about this cat one.
I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You
Certainly.
know I will.
Right. So, black cat. Does it have something to do with this? See, there's got to be a reason why you can see that, unless it's truly is a red herring. So, black cat. Have we missed something in here? See another empty picture. Empty picture frame. What's that? What is this? I saw. I've never looked at it. Hold on. Greta.
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Okay. How were you expected to know that? One, how do you expect to know that's a cat? Although the collar size probably. Could be a small dog. Also, it's got dog paws on it, not cat paws on it. I don't know. Right, so that must be it. So put letters back. Close. I really wish I could take the keys out. I think we may have screwed up on that. That's going to come back to bite us, I would imagine. So now we have GR and IS. That's not the right door. I keep on forgetting it's this way. So GRIS. So gree. Is there a G? There is. Gris. There we go. Thought that didn't work there for a second. It looks like a typewriter box, to be fair. It is. Haha. Sorry, that was a canny guess. Right, so let's check the note.
Bridget Boswell. It's actually you, Marcella?
Dear Marcella, or should I say Brigitte, you know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognised our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date in the theatre, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. Writers do write from experience. It kind of, I feel, flows a little bit more naturally that way. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first I couldn't believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Second page. For many years I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think that it's proof that you really love me? In any case, I hope you're well and happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement, Anne.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Spoiler alert, I haven't even read the letter yet. Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in the time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date when we were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again. But suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. Premonitory? To answer your question, I still do have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement, Anne. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented to Sister Miller so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class? In secret language, I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
I'm not entirely sure about that. Again, spoiler alert, I haven't even read the letter yet. Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to make help the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she was caused by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together. As long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, some place where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you'll consider it. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you're Bridget Boswell, to recognise you on the street, to recognise you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Okay. That again, spoiler it, a little bit annoying. I left the house, I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. Couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? There's so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Très sincèrement. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. That's very smart.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Oh wait, I thought I just kicked into the other page.
All this.
Alright.
Turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Very true. Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think it's safe to say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones and I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought me to tears. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I'd always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I never dared telling him. Now I have thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. Hope to hear back from you soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man. I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul. That's kind of cute. Fan letters.
You were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realise how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into give me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. Wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's just not an option at the minute, as I can barely pay the rent. I guess we'll have to find a job. As a kid I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star, and I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employees turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. That's a stat that's way too high. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem like to be a good listener and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Bodyguard, maybe? I just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words can't even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. You will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much, he could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. See, I can throw these letters away as well.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont
They are, yes.
and Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Oh, really?
How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's inside.
I wonder what's in it.
You could open it.
How?
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
Alright.
So?
It's 3 train tickets and, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
I get the feeling they might be running away.
Well, it makes
I think they might be running away together.
much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, I've read enough of the stuff.
So much of their correspondence. I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Marcella hired him.
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her.
I didn't even make the connection between Paul and Paul Morgan.
And that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
Yeah, I think it was just...
Always been about Anne and Marcella.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives artists.
It is, people watching is quite a unique thing.
They exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess.
That's so true. That's so true. Oh, flirty option.
What about you?
Who are you?
Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover
Oh, really?
a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge very much accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
So very much asleep. Okay, alright. Okay, I can get down with that.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
It is actually very much fun.
We could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I like that. A nice conversation.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Right. So, at the risk of having a super short episode next week, because we've solved a bulk of the mystery, however, sorry, I'm going to leave that here for this week, and I'm going to go big me real quick. So it turns out Anne and Marcella, Marcia, I always forget her name. Marcella, whatever it is, the two ladies are having an affair or rekindling an old love. Although he's still technically classed as an affair because they are both married. So it was complicated back then. It really was, with the whole divorce thing and things like that was very complicated. And I'm glad it's mostly changed. Genuinely. However, at the risk of thinking we've solved that mystery of the affair, turns out Paul is a fan of Marcella's and he was hired for something. What? I don't quite know. He's investigating. I can't believe I didn't put the connection together between Paul and Paul Morgan when I was reading that letter. Come back at it, it makes total sense because he mentioned being in hospital for 10 years, and obviously when we were investigating Paul's sheet for his safe code, it mentioned he was in hospital for 10 years, mental hospital for 10 years, and that he was in the army. And I didn't even put it together. Anyway, we solved that one. I don't know how long we've got left of the game. It is a bit strange because it said that it was a murder mystery. Now, so far we haven't had a murder. So I'm not entirely sure if we are suddenly going to come across a murder, and then now that we've solved this bit, and then obviously we're going to have to solve that instead. Whether this whole first two episodes were just bringing us the the aim of the game. You know, the snooping around and like solving stuff and doing clues and everything like that. I'm not entirely sure. So at the risk of the next episode being super short, which has happened in the past and it probably will happen eventually again, I'm going to leave it here for this week. I am very intrigued. I'm still really enjoying the dynamic between Beth and Sophie. I just like Beth in general because she's my kind of person. She's very sarcastic and just in general, you know, just a nice person. I'm still intrigued. I kind of want to play more. I'm interested to play more. And I'm hoping that it lasts for another couple of episodes because I kind of don't want it to end. I'm enjoying playing this. So, like I said, we are leaving that here for this week. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. We would love to have you here. If you are not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. Please remember I collect thumbs, so any that you will or you care to give me, I will be mostly appreciative of it. Most appreciative of it. I said it again. I don't know why I always say mostly. I don't know why. It's just the first word that pops into my head. I do mean, it's not mostly, it is most appreciated. One of these days I'll actually memorize that properly and say it correctly the first time. But it adds to the charm, in my opinion. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.